has everything.
Bumping and banging. Big boy. Kunal Nayyar, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys,
Big
hi.
Bang Theory show you right. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you
Pleasure
so
to
much
see
for
you.
having me. Thank
You know what's the trip about this, man? You guys' show is so successful.
Yeah.
You're in your 9th season right now.
Yeah, man,
What are
crazy.
you doing here?
You don't need us.
Kunal, I couldn't figure this out. They were like, man, I was like, are you sure?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
I'm just trying to sell books, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Do your
sell
thing,
books.
do your
Yeah.
thing.
yeah, man. You got it's got to be books or something, man. You must be doing everything right now to push this book.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing everything I can. Everyone. I'm not doing everyone I can, but I mean, like, yeah.
You're married. You're married. You're
I
not
know.
doing everyone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not doing anyone apparently. Yeah,
Once you get married, once you say I
Yeah.
do, they don't.
yeah, exactly.
Especially anally.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah. Before
yes.
marriage, but after marriage,
After
no.
marriage is over. Yes, my accent is real. All right, now,
It
do you
is.
get that? I guess you would.
I do. I mean, people don't know my story. I try to live quite a private life. You know, people don't know that I was actually brought up my whole life in India, that my parents lived there, and people think I'm either American or that I'm British. You know, so I just wanted to share my story because it's pretty unique. You know, I clean toilets for a living, and I was a waiter, and I. Of course, it's a rite of passage for an actor.
Right,
But
right.
I was a
Waiter.
waiter. Yeah, I did so many odd jobs, and it was such an interesting and crazy journey that I thought if I write this book, then maybe I'll inspire some kids to quit doing what their parents are telling them to do and just live out their dreams.
Oh,
you know?
quit doing what their parents. All right,
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
stop my daughter from listening.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
Yeah. Why are you doing what we're saying?
I know.
You can be on a hit show and write books.
Is that something you face with your parents? Getting the okay to start acting?
My
It's
parents were
not
really cool. I got really lucky. The luckiest thing was being born to them because they just let me do what I wanted to do, you know, as long as I was happy. But just, you know, I'm Indian, and I think coming from India, sometimes we get caught up in, you know, your son should be an engineer or a doctor or a scientist. And that happens actually in developing economies.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, because you have to, you know, making money is such a rite of passage. I've said that twice today. I'm smart.
Yay.
You know, it is. It happens a lot, especially in Asian countries. So to have parents who supported me in the arts is very lucky.
What did your parents say when you told them I'm going to the States? How old were you when you came to the
18.
States?
They actually,
18.
they encouraged me to get my education outside of India just to explore the world, you know. And at that time, all my friends were doing that.
Had you ever been to the States before?
I came when I was 10 years old. We went to Disneyland and all of
Yes.
that.
Yes, I saw you there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I remember I went to you, Kunal. I said, you got a bright future.
Yeah,
Come
thank
back
you.
here. Go to school here.
But you were wearing you were in the
yes,
Mickey.
I was.
That
I
was you.
I wasn't supposed to speak to anyone, but I just felt this vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
I felt that I had to
You
break
helped
character and
inspire
talk to
him.
this
That is the
kid.
scariest thing, though. I was in New York recently. I was just in New York last night, and when you're walking, and I had to go to Times Square for something, which is it's like an apocalypse has happened there, and it's like all these Elmos. Everyone's dressed as Elmos,
Okay,
Yes.
Elmo.
and they come to you with their arms open, like they want to hug you.
And they're the most rattiest Elmos ever.
Yeah,
It sounds like
exactly.
Clayton. They're
Oh.
The
just
same with
dreadlocks.
Hollywood Boulevard. You're like, man, get your dirty ass away from
Yeah.
me.
Do you remember that fight that happened on Hollywood
Yes.
Boulevard? I was driving by that, and I thought, oh, that's so funny. That's so well staged.
Oh.
You know, I was like,
Nothing
I
is
was
real.
like,
You're like,
so-
kick his ass
yeah,
hard, man.
I was loving it. I was like, that's so clever. They're staging like real fights.
Fight.
Dude, and it seemed like cats that can't get jobs because they just got out of like prison or something like that.
Yeah,
That they gotta go down and get these gigs.
man.
Yo,
That's
but it's
crazy,
real.
though.
Like they even fight for their spot. Like if
Yeah.
another person dressed the same, it's like, yo,
You
you can't
gotta.
be here.
Try to
This
take
is
a
me.
picture
but
of
who
them
are the
without tipping
idiots
them.
taking pictures with these people?
You
That's
know
what I
what
don't
it is,
understand.
man? It's all these people that don't live around these areas. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you'll get on the
Tourist
plane, you'll
attraction.
come here and say, "Oh man, I got to take a picture with Iron Man."
I seen an Elvis hand Spider-Man a bag of weed one time.
Really though?
Yeah.
I was
Really?
Like, whoa.
You would witness that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, what's
exactly.
going on
He
right
just
now?
wanted to get in on an interview.
Exactly.
That's why I pushed him way over
What's
there.
going on right now?
Yeah, all righty. We're interviewing Louis G, ladies and gentlemen. And Kunal Nayyar just happened to stop by. And you see that Head doesn't usually hang out in here.
No.
Letty made sure she came down. Natalia is a huge fan as well. So we just wanted to go ahead and get our Big Bang on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I was
Go ahead,
wondering
baby.
when you would make that reference. That was good.
Yeah, it's so original.
3 minutes in.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you never heard this.
No.
You know?
Okay, so where the season left off, because you guys haven't aired the premiere just yet, we don't necessarily know if you're really getting rid of Emily. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean,
and she's freaky.
Yeah, we in the season finale we have sex in a graveyard.
Hello, ain't that the
and she keeps talking about cutting up my body and putting it in her
Yeah.
closet, and so I don't know. I wonder how much she'll push Raj to either break up or stay with her.
Have you ever in your life been with someone you're like, I don't think I can date you anymore. You're too crazy.
I
Like
had a
the cra-
girl. I read about this in my book. I had the first girl I actually really fell in love with in America. We met at a party and she made me lick her eyeball.
No.
Yeah, then I fell in love with me and I fell in love with her and then she cheated on me with a guy who had a VW, who lived in a VW bus.
She showed you.
He had he had like tattoos and he was so cool and so I started smoking cigarettes because I wanted to be like him. And then we broke up and then I knew she was cheating on me. I saw his van parked outside our house all the time. And on her birthday I wanted to win her back. So I got some of my friends and we this is so sad, but we practiced an a cappella version of In the Still of the Night.
Oh
I love
no,
that
to
song.
sing outside
And
her house?
I showed up on her doorstep.
Wow.
And we started going shoot up, shooby doo, shoot up, shoot. And so I called her
In the
out.
still
of the night.
night.
Exactly. And I called her out and I did it, and he was inside. And when I called her out and I did a slow dance with her while my friends were singing this song, and I could feel her tears like on my cheek, and I was like, I've won her back. And she said, I love you. And then she
Went back in the house.
she went back in the house and probably made love to that guy.
Good.
But,
I don't want to rub it in, but he was probably licking her eyeball.
yeah, exactly. exactly.
I did it better than you.
Don't worry, you're not going to get like pink eye.
Where,
No,
where is
exactly.
she at now?
She's still a lovely girl. She's married to someone else. She's a
She's not married to you,
Yeah,
though.
no. But I mean, it's you know how it is when you're young. I've pushed her. I was so desperate, I was
Right.
so
Yeah,
desperate.
love.
It's so unattractive. I think about all the things I did. That's so unattractive.
Do you think you're more attractive now, or
Hell yeah.
I heard
Yeah,
that?
no, I'm joking.
Keep it real, brother. Keep it real. Hello.
No. I'm off the market now.
So when you do come to America, and I was reading where they say you watched American Pie. Were you thinking?
Yes.
First of all, is that a true story?
That is a true story. I was really thinking that that's what college was going to be like.
Oh, my Lord.
Keg stands and girls taking off their shirts. None of that happened to
You
me.
was like, I'm on my way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like, here I come, and then none of that happened. I literally was like, a girl would put her arm around me, give me a hug, and I'm like, we're dating,
Right,
and then I'd go and like try
I
to
love
kiss.
you, lick her
I try to
eyeball.
kiss them, and then they would be like, ew, you're like my brother.
The brother
Friend
and friend
zone.
zone is
I
where
got
you don't want to
friends.
be.
Yeah.
Now, after you lick old girl, one of the girls' eye, does that turn you into an eye licker after that? Or
Yeah.
you know when
Try
you
it
try
with other
something new,
girls?
you're like, man, I like
Yeah,
this.
I didn't like it though. It
Okay.
was it was weird. It was nothing sexual about it.
Really?
Can you feel the like eyeball? Like,
Yeah, it feels like jelly. It's weird. It's like soft jelly.
Yo, you look
And I don't
eyeballs
have
well.
yeah,
Jack.
exactly. Yeah.
He got a sensitive tongue if you can feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Eyeball connoisseur right here.
Yeah. Now people gonna watch and listen to this interview and they gonna be like, man, like I want to go home now and lick my wife's
Yeah, I
eyeball.
want to see how it feels.
Then
No,
watch
don't
she-
do it. There's
yeah.
nothing sexy about it. Just
Then she
read
gonna-
about it. That's all I'm
Just
telling
read
you.
about it in his
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Holla.
Then she gonna leave and get with a dude that has a VW Volkswagen van.
Yeah.
Yes, my
Tattoos.
accent is real. How was it writing the book? Did you feel like you had to pull off layers of your life?
Yeah, it was really scary to write the book. I think the fun stuff was writing it, but some of the stuff is hard to remember. In terms of remembering it is not hard, but actually living through the things and the failures in my life was
Right.
difficult. So I wrote this whole book, and then I called a professional writer and I said, I need help to structure this book. I need help because I have all these words and I don't know what to do with them. And so we sat together and I recanted my entire life on a tape recorder.
Yes, sir.
And then he would stop me and say, go back, paint that picture. What did it look like? What did she smell like? What did it feel like? So specific that by the end of the night, you're exhausted. So
Yeah,
I kept
man.
dreaming every night. I would have dreams about my life, about all the things that happened to me because I was thinking about it and writing it every day. So it's scary. I mean, it's scary putting your life out there because I've tried to be so private.
Right.
But it's also funny, and I hope people laugh and I hope people relate and realize that I'm trying to humanize the whole journey.
when you were talking about your wife in the book, did you enjoy going over those memories and kind of?
That was the most difficult chapter
Really?
to write because I didn't want to write it. I didn't want to write it because I felt like I'm this is cemented now, and if something would have happened in the future, it's always in this book. It's always a memory, and we've tried to be so private about it. But everyone wanted to know because my wife is a former Miss India, so everyone wanted
Yes.
to know how is this like nerdy guy with this chick. Like
Hello.
everyone wants to know that. So I just bit the bullet and I wrote it. I still but it was the hardest thing because when I first wrote that chapter, she didn't seem like a real person because I sort of like wasn't revealing anything. It just felt like, oh, here's this hot girl that you married. She had no substance. So I had to go back and actually,
yeah.
I just had to give in and write it.
Right, and and it's obvious you haven't read my book, but
Yeah.
I also wrote a book
man,
as
your
well.
book is amazing
Yeah.
Oh,
too,
thank
by
you,
the
thank
way.
you,
Thank you.
brother. Thank you. No, he's talking about mine. Don't
Yeah.
take my compliment, Kunal.
No, thank you.
Right.
When
yeah.
is that your book right there?
No,
I got-
that's
I got
Luther
you.
Campbell from the Two Live Crew. That's the other black guy. That wrote the book. Yeah, that's the other black gentleman that wrote the book. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, man, pick up my new book, Luther Campbell. show you right. The book of Luke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on the
That's
inside of this
funny.
book is my life story.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you guys, as we all know, you guys are in your 9th season. You've worked with, Kaylee Cuoco for so long. Now that you guys are family,
Yeah.
are there things that get on your nerves about them, just as people, because you become friends, you become family?
Oh yeah, I don't think anything gets on the nerves. I think like probably like in the studio, you know when to stay out of someone's way,
Yeah.
when someone's having a good day, when someone's having a bad day. But you also know how to make them laugh if they're not having a good day, you
Yeah.
know. So I think we're all very, very close. And to be honest, none of us have gone crazy yet.
That's
you know?
good.
So that's what none of us have gone crazy yet.
Yeah. Do you guys have any
That is the key
traditions?
word.
Yeah, we right before we tape in front of a live audience, and right before we go on, we get into a little huddle and like we're like, I love you guys, let's do this, and it's really sweet. So
Oh.
I know.
And is that all you guys saying there?
Yeah, that's all.
We need to start
You
doing
need to
that.
add
Yeah.
Yeah, we need.
Oh, why? What do you guys say
around
before the
us.
show? What's your tradition?
When we hug each other, we're like, dude, who is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Louis, have you been drinking? It's a
Yeah.
whole,
Oh, really?
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Kunal, how did you get into acting? Was Big Bang
Yeah.
Theory? Did you land that, or
I mean,
there commercials out there? Or?
I got my master's in acting at Temple University in Philadelphia. Then I went to England to the Royal Shakespeare Company, and then I came to LA. I only had like 9 months left on my visa. And if that didn't work out, I was just going to go back to India and do Bollywood because I wanted to act. You know, I was training to be an actor. I trained for 7 years. I mean, this is what I wanted to do with my life. And I played a terrorist on NCIS. I got that. That was cool. They
ahead now.
slapped on a mustache and made me. And Mark Harmon punched me in the face, which was so cool.
Were you thinking like, oh my God, this is not going to be what I went to school for 7 years for?
No,
Yeah.
that's not
Typecasted.
true. I mean, I was happy to get a paycheck.
I heard that.
I was a working actor. I mean, I just was happy. I was like, I'm gonna be on a TV show. You know, I wasn't self-aware enough to actually go outside of my life and be like, oh, you're playing it. I mean, if it happened 17 times,
Right.
I would be
Then
like,
you're
yeah,
huh?
1 second, I'm seeing a pattern here.
Like, yeah, I think this
you
is
know,
typecasting.
exactly. But then I auditioned. Big Bang was my
Oh,
first
my God.
pilot season. You know, it was my
So
first
you got
pilot
picked
season.
up
So I
your
got on the show. And then it became this thing, you know. And it wasn't that easy. I write about that journey too.
Right.
But I really believe that in my talent and I believe in my hard work.
Yes,
So if
sir.
it wasn't Big Bang, it hopefully would have been something else.
Did you know Big Bang from like when you first saw the script? Do you think 9 seasons later, or are you kind of just thinking like, okay, I'm working?
Yeah, I'm working. You
Yeah.
can't predict that stuff, you know, because how can you? Well, you can't. What happened to the show for me was pure luck after I got that part, right? So there's no way to predict it. There's no way. I thought this is a good show. These are wonderful people, incredible writing. And then remember, there was we had a writer's strike after 7 episodes.
Wow.
We had a writer's strike. So
yeah,
now I'm like driving an Audi and like I'm like, look at my car. And now I'm like, oh no, now I don't have a job. You know,
Yeah,
so
like, how do I pay for this?
I know exactly. And my dad gave me great advice. He's like, you know what? You can afford it for 1 year. Drive it. And if not, we'll figure it out, return it. It was great. He was like, just drive the car.
Did you think it was over? Because we didn't know how long that strike was going to
Yeah, it
last.
was
You didn't know
4
if shows were
months.
going to make it through.
it was touch and go. You didn't know. We got lucky that we came back after the strike because a lot of shows didn't
Yes,
come
got
back.
lost.
And then they tried to come back the year after and they got lost. And so we came back. We did 9 episodes. And it was like the only show on television
I heard
that had
that.
original
Right.
episodes because everything else was you couldn't do it. You know, everything was reruns. And I think that really propelled us. But syndication changed
Oh,
everything.
my God. I
That
can
changes
imagine.
life because then people begin to recognize you on the street. People
Right.
knew me, but then when you're every day in someone's living room,
I don't.
Do you turn around and someone says Raj?
yeah, all
Okay.
the time.
That's
People
awesome.
always say, "Hey, Raj," you know. And my character on the show for 5 seasons couldn't talk to women without drinking. So
Right.
it's like, how are you talking to me? All that kind of stuff. You know?
You're like, I'm
Yeah.
drunk right
I'm
now.
acting.
Yeah.
I'm acting on
You
the
become
show.
your
Yeah,
character.
because
Yeah.
no, I just say because I'm drunk.
to
That's what I
promote.
say.
Yeah.
I'm drunk, you know. But you know, TV fame. I mean, it's like this show. Like you're in someone's car, you're in someone's
sir.
home every day, so they feel like they know you. They
Yeah,
want to
man.
touch you. They want to make you real. You know, they think you're Raj from The Big Bang Theory. So I'm just gonna pull your cheek. So I'm gonna grab your hair, and you're this like sweet little person. But they forget that you're like a human being.
Yeah.
Do they show
Play
Big
that
Bang in
guy.
India?
Yeah, it's huge in India.
Oh,
When you go
Lord.
there, is it nuts? Like the attention that you get?
Yeah, it is. It's Bollywood is the biggest thing
Oh,
in
yes,
India,
sir.
obviously. But it's nice. It's lovely getting the attention. You know, people always ask that. How does it feel to be famous? Do you like it? I'm like, I like it. I'm enjoying it because, maybe some years from now people won't do that. And then I'll be like, oh, remember when I used to walk down the street and people used to like me and I used to feel so cool. And now I'm like, hey, please take my picture.
Remember, I used to walk into the studios and no one would stop me.
Yeah.
And now they're like, excuse me.
Kunal, when you first started, was there an agent or a manager or anyone that said maybe you should there's a name change or?
No one talked about changing my name, but it is interesting. I do think about that because Kal Penn, who's another Indian actor, he was in all the Harold and Kumar movies. Very smart guy. He went and he worked at the government, at the White House. Very smart guy, and his name is his name is Kal Penn, and I thought that's really cool. It's a really cool name, and I wondered if I should have done something like that, but it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
Maybe I don't know. What would you want to name me something?
I don't know, man. Let me see. I gotta go by features as well, man.
Why?
You're cool as hell. I gotta find something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta find something.
We can give him a rap name.
Let me
Like,
see.
his Kunal,
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
K something.
Lil K or something.
No,
I don't
no,
know.
No, I can't
K-Day.
do Lil K. K-Day?
K-Nay?
Oh,
No, not that one.
This is hard.
Well, he's also an astrophysicist, right?
Yeah.
In the Big
Jesus
Bang.
Christ.
So
What the hell's that?
what if it was like,
He could be Kenny Wap.
Oh,
Like
Kenny
Kenny
Wap.
Kenny
No,
Wap?
yeah. You know Fetty Wap?
Kunal.
Oh yeah, like Fetty Wap.
Yeah.
Like
Kenny
my
Wap.
friend. I
can
should
you pop
text-
your eye out?
Yeah, no.
You piece of shit.
Oh, it's just,
You are a piece of stool over
Wait,
there.
which friend can you text?
That's clearly an inside joke.
Yeah, he only has one eye.
He
does.
I'm done with it, Kunal.
Okay.
Best believe that. We got cuckoo.
Okay.
Up in, no, that's probably
Can you
not
rap?
very
Too
much.
much.
Can I rap? No,
rap.
I was just on this. Sway has a show on Sirius, and
yes,
I
Sway
went.
in the
I was
morning.
in New York, and I went to see them. And Heather B and Sway made me rap on the show, and they gave me a beat. They're like, they threw down a beat, and I had to rap.
Well, I guess you got to do the same thing.
Go
here.
ahead.
way.
Let's put the
Yeah,
beat
this
up.
No, I don't know
down.
how to rap. I don't know how to
we
rap.
got, your new name is Cuckoo.
I like that.
We got Cuckoo.
Yeah, you
Kunal up in here.
Yo, Kunal, you do talk on the show how you do become mute until you get into alcohol with ladies.
Yeah.
How was it the first time kind of meeting your wife and getting to talk to her?
She was really. She's tall. She's 5'10". She was wearing 5-inch heels.
Oh.
She was 6'3". When I met her, I'm 5'8". I said, "Sit down. I'll buy you a drink."
Hell
So I had to equalize it. No, I mean, I to be honest, I completely judged her like right away because she's very pretty, and I thought, oh, she's probably fake. I was so insecure
snotty,
around
yeah.
her. Yeah, but she was lovely, and it worked out. So yeah, I don't even know how I did it. When I met her, I was going through this thing I call like Hollywood dumpster phase, where I was wearing like a Ashton Kutcher trucker hat,
Oh,
big
you're
black glasses. I had like cut off knit gloves. Like it was New Delhi, it was
No.
winter. Yeah, I had like torn jeans that were like thousands of dollars.
You
And
wearing Ed Hardy?
yeah, no, not Ed Hardy.
No,
No,
you didn't go that far.
I didn't know. Yeah,
You went
exactly.
Ed Hardy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I
Have you made
appreciate
that joke before, or was that just come
No,
to
no,
you?
it's just, that just
Can I
came to
steal
me.
it? Can I
Of course
steal-
you
yeah.
can.
Thank you very much.
Please,
that was really good.
Because I know you're running around and be like, hey, he got that with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
Ed
see that.
Hardy. That's so good.
You have 1,000 guests at your wedding.
Yeah.
And of course, man, my cat Sunil, he invited me to his wedding. And it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, I went in April. I came out in like October. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about extravagant.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We did something like every day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, that's why I got the gastric bypass
Yeah.
because I ate so much and so well, and I think he spent like $8 billion on his wedding. I'm not sure.
It was
but
crazy.
Did you have that kind
Yeah,
of
we
wedding?
had
That
7 days, 6 days, 7 days. We would have gone 8 days. We went bankrupt, basically.
Yeah, you should.
I came in on a horse.
Yes.
Which was wonderful. It was in New Delhi.
Oh my
I had
God.
cousins who I don't even think
Right.
they were my cousins.
Right.
They were like, can you sign this for me? I'm a huge fan. I'm like, who are you? I'm like, your cousin. And like, what? You are my cousin?
It's all in plastic as they pull it out so
Exactly.
they can sell it. Can you sign this for me, please?
Oh, those people drive me.
Oh,
crazy. Yeah, so it was, and I came in on this horse, and then the horse is like, it's like bucking up and down. It's freaking out because
Like,
people are
oh,
dancing around it, and
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die right before I go into the wedding. So not only am I anxious because I'm about to go into this wedding, but now I'm on this horse, and there's bucking, and I'm not a horse rider or anything, and
Right.
it was really fun. I mean, it was really amazing, but you know how it is, sometimes you feel like, I felt like I was a spectator at my own wedding.
Man, but so
You know?
did you do like the lead up for the 7 days? Was it all the gatherings? And
Yeah. I mean, every day is a new function.
Yes.
A lot of drinking involved, a lot of fun, a lot of revelry. But by the end of it, you're just exhausted.
So did you have did you have 1,000, like over 1,000
So
people? at your-
yeah. So
Or during the
so
festivities?
some some functions you don't have everyone. Obviously, some functions are smaller, but yeah, you have 600 people at the reception, you have 700 people at the wedding, at the big cocktail party you have 1,000 people, and so cumulatively you might even have more than 1,000 over 7 days. It's really fun.
And no one from Big Bang Theory came to your wedding?
It was just so happened that like everyone was either pregnant or working. It's just we have such little time.
Right.
And then to tell everyone to fly to India for like
How
2
long's that
weeks.
flight?
2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
17 months later.
There's some people that when they go over there to get married, by the time they fly back, they divorce.
Exactly.
Very long
We
time.
call that
my
the
God.
Hollywood mile.
Like, get out of here. So they not that they didn't want to show, but just that everyone had lives.
It was just it's we have such again it's so our time is so limited because we're always filming, so it was one of those things where it'd be one thing if I was getting married in Burbank,
Right,
but I mean
right.
to have someone to come to India when you only have 2 weeks off and people have families, and also remember now everyone has families, everyone's married or everyone has kids, and so it's a different lifestyle now.
Now, and I know that you're extremely private, but for 7 days,
Yeah.
1,000 guests here, 600 here, over 1,000 here. What ballpark does that wedding cost?
I don't know because my parents and my wife's parents split the bill, so I don't know. To be completely honest, I don't know. But I can't even guesstimate. I don't even know what that would cost.
Do you figure with that it had to be over $7,000-8,000, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We plan came a higher low.
Wow.
Yeah. See, I got married in my backyard. I had an extremely small wedding. Too.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't want none of them there.
Yeah.
Just to keep it
When
real
did you
with
get married?
I got married at my house. I got married 7 years ago, just at the house.
You must
know
have
what I'm saying?
You must have a pretty nice backyard.
It was all right. It was
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
It was all right. We got married on the basketball court. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
really?
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it was very nice, man. It was nice. And then plus you can go in and
It's private. It should be.
I just got tired of my guests too. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I just end up going in the house. I was like, dude, you guys can have this.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Remember I walked upstairs, I came back out in like flip flops and basketball shoes. Like, I'm all just black and tacky. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
But I got married before all the Instagram and I would have hated to had a wedding where everybody's like, jump in and Snapchat and all that kind of stuff. Are you a social media guy?
I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's nice to do it for fun and share your private life. But I'm always fighting that line. I don't know what is enough. I don't know. All I know is I put my phone down because I feel like I begin to live my life through a lens.
Right.
I go to concerts and no one's watching the show anymore.
right.
Everyone's got that camera up and now when I meet fans, I meet people, they always just want a picture.
Yeah.
So I would rather just say, hey, how are you? Where are you from? As opposed to,
Right.
let me get the selfie and then I'm
Right.
going. It's that sort of instant gratification. I know it sounds horrible and I'm sounding like an old man, but I feel like it's ruining society because people don't know how to communicate anymore.
Yeah, man.
Who's the last person you asked a picture for?
Chris Bosch.
Ooh, nice.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Chris
Right.
Bosch. I saw him at an Emmy party, and I'm a huge NBA fan. I'm obsessed with
Who's your
the
favorite
NBA.
player?
LeBron James. Is that okay?
LeBron
Yeah, of course.
James.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
You can
Well,
leave.
Kobe's behind you,
Right.
so now you
Yeah.
can kind of actually. Hello.
You
Yeah,
fucker.
exactly.
Who's your favorite basketball
Oh, sorry.
player?
The Black Mamba.
No, do not feel like you have
Yeah.
to say Kobe. You can
No.
say whoever you want to say.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. No, we
But I
gotta
play
say
in the.
that.
I used to play in the E League, in the NBA E League, and I had to guard Chris Brown once. I think he lit me up for 45
E-League.
points.
Yeah.
I mean, he's amazing.
Chris
He can
is
ball.
a
This
beast.
is great.
No,
So-
I literally once, even Terrell Owens plays in that league, and once like on a fast break, like I ran back and Terrell Owens was coming, and he was like on the fast break, and he was coming towards me, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to guard him. I'm an Eagles fan, like I'm gonna have to guard Terrell Owens, so he's coming at me full speed, and he's gonna dunk on me, literally. So I just I grab onto his arm, and I foul him, you know what I mean? And he's like, get off me,
Fouled
like
him?
he does that. I foul him, and my team was going nuts because he doesn't get the basket, and I foul him. They're like, yeah, man, you're so tough. Cut to, I swear, next play.
No.
He's coming down again on a
Again?
fast break. I'm
Yes.
like, now he's just gonna destroy me. I said, but I'll tell you what I'll do this time is I'll take the charge. I'll just take a charge, So
From
then
Terrell Owens, from
yeah,
T.O.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I literally close my eyes and I stand straight up to take this charge. He just sidesteps me. misses me completely and just dunks all over me. And my team is like, why didn't you foul him? You're such an idiot. And I'm like,
Hello, it's throwaway.
2 seconds later,
They only love you for the last thing you done.
exactly. I was like, you got Terrell Owens. Why aren't you guys running back?
And then Terrell played aggressively.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
He was
street
on-
ball.
He was on my celebrity basketball team.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, Terrell, come out. He's like, make me come out. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Whoa, see, whenever you want. Whenever
No,
you
he's
want
like, I mean, he's also very good.
Yeah,
like
he
he's
is.
really good, you know. And it's look at me, I'm 5'8". I grew up playing badminton. Like,
Why were you there then?
Badminton, life, ping pong on the set. Like, I'm not here.
Yeah.
But
I'm like,
supposed to be a real
yeah.
celebrity game. I mean, come
no,
on.
no.
I thought
It's
it was super
really,
fun.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, you know, it gets really intense. I'm
Dude,
like,
I coached a celebrity basketball game, and it was like, you know, I had the girls from Fifth Harmony in there, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you going and Floyd Mayweather, the
Yeah.
game, everybody was getting mad because I was coaching non-aggressive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got rappers, I got $300 million fighters ready to
yeah,
beat me up. I'm like,
exactly.
Like, man, you guys are
for
taking the
charity,
game out of
guys.
this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, dude, all the kids over here, you're saying, whoa.
All right. Besides Big Bang Theory, what's other stuff that you watch on TV that you're obsessed with?
I'm really obsessed with sort of American Idol, The Voice,
Oh, right.
all those talent shows. I just watch them on repeat because I just feel like when I watch people, you know, they don't get the part or they do such a good job of like making the story so beautiful even before they audition. You're already hooked.
Yeah.
You know, and then they
You're
come on, they
rooting for
open their
them.
mouth and they sing so beautifully, and I'm just weeping. I'm just like crying. I'm like, you go, you do your thing, you know, and then you see their they cut to their family,
Yeah.
you know. So I love all those sort of
Yeah, they
talent
sell you on
shows.
some of those
They
backstories,
do.
too.
Yeah.
They
It
get
will.
you,
You're
man.
invested
Like
right there.
all those dance competitions, all the like design competitions, all those like talent
You
competitions.
don't get
I'm obsessed
embarrassed for
with.
some of the people, though?
I get embarrassed. I don't get embarrassed. I get very like when they're told they're not going to make it.
Right.
Like I can't watch that stuff.
Yeah, and
Oh.
we've had like, you know, some of the best up in here, Jennifer Lopez, just some of the and you're like, man, how does it feel?
Yeah.
Like if there was a reality show and people came in and it was like they were reading lines to audition, you know, and you had to tell them like, oh, you don't have it today, you
I
know,
know.
that would, but that, you know, I mean, they're hired to be a judge and that's their job, but oh
It's
my god,
very difficult. But you talk about the embarrassed thing. Yeah, I do. Like sometimes when someone's not good and they
Yeah,
think they're
man.
good, I feel so sad.
I love
because-
when they walk out the door like on American Idol. I love the
Yeah.
the audition period.
Yeah.
And they walk down the street cursing out. They don't know nothing about no talent. They don't like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
somebody lied to you on the
Yeah,
ride
Yeah,
up
you
here.
got a lot of yes men around you.
Now, are you a singer? Did you ever did you do anything like that?
Yeah, I in the book I read about. I was in a band, in an emo band in
I love
Portland.
it. Oh my
yeah,
God.
emotional
Oh.
rock. It was called Prince.
In
Prin-
Portland?
In Portland, Oregon.
Oh.
We used to sing
Double
great hits
whammy.
like "Misery" and like "She's Mine" and like,
Yes.
and it's
Not
great.
quite Seattle, but you still had the haze over
Oh
you.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
contact high. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just it was that time in your life. There's such a purity and an innocence about you, you know. And now I'm thinking, oh my god, I almost added that song in the audiobook, and then I decided not to
You need to
embarrass. I
do
didn't want to
it.
embarrass myself anymore, you know.
Where's the group members at right now?
There was only two of us. There was the Prince and the Pauper. He's in Chicago. It was great. Yeah.
How does the band break up? Do you feel like
we you know, the first show we played, we had like 45 of our friends come, you know,
Okay,
which was
yeah.
great. And then the 7th show we played, it was like 3 people. And
Yeah.
you know, your
Man,
friends
I'm
will only support you so much.
Yeah,
Yes.
like man, I'm not going over
Yeah.
there. Yeah, we gonna-
We actually played in a biker bar in Beaverton, Oregon called Sandy's, I think, and it was literally like Hell's Angels, like sitting at the bar, and then me and Chris were like singing like she's mine, and I was like, let's get out of here.
They're trying to recruit you for,
that
like,
was
the
it. That was the last show,
motorcycle
exactly. I was like, we're either gonna get killed or applauded.
Yeah.
You know?
It's good that you kind of throw the towel in and say, you know what, let me go try this acting thing.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe after it's all done, I'll go into like a studio and record like something for
You
fun.
should, man.
I don't even know what it would be, but it would be so fun to explore something else.
Man, the book is
Rap.
available right now. Yeah.
No.
The book is available now. Yes, my accent is real. Let me ask you this. Now, you
Yes.
get people that try to mimic your accent.
Yeah, I do.
Can you just come out of your accent and speak like if you were to just come in and say, hey, what's up, big boy? How you doing?
Yeah, I always end up sounding like a valley girl because I'm
Right.
always like, hey, big boy, you know, hey, big boy, how are you doing, man? You good?
Go ahead.
Yeah. But I sound like a cowboy.
Come on.
You are
Yeah,
a
I'm like, can
cowboy.
I get a
Embrace it.
cheeseburger and like a beer? You know,
There it
it
is.
sounds so weird.
You're so cool.
Good. I like that he has
Do
to throw
you
the
get
hands in
people
there
like
too.
if you just call in somewhere, booking a reservation, if you do it yourself, booking a reservation, flight, whatever, do you get people that ask, hey, is this Kunal before you give your name, or even once you give the name, is it over?
Yeah, no, I get people recognizing me from my voice. Yeah, seriously. And then sometimes, like, I know this is really unprofessional, but sometimes they'll like save my contact information and then write me emails or call me
That's horrible.
and say, listen, my husband, it happened to me. This lady said, I used to work at this X company. I can't name it right now. This is so unprofessional, but my husband wants to be a country singer. Can you help him out?
Are
Wow.
you
Yeah.
serious?
I was like, I booked a reservation for some restaurant through my service, and
That's
can you believe
scary.
that?
that's horrible.
But that's
bro.
why you have to have the burner phone. That's the
Look at this guy. Yo.
Yeah,
the
all-
throwaway.
Yeah, you never
Hello.
have. Yeah, that's the one you give for the food delivery, for the
Yes.
Uber. You know, that's the
Yeah.
one you give.
But you know what? You
people you
also
don't
gotta
like.
be famous to have something like that too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I call, I'm like, hey, then big boy.
yeah, right.
You know,
Trying to
yeah.
have
Yeah.
reservations
Yeah.
here. Sorry.
You had a question over there, DJ Head.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, man. Big
Oh,
Bang
nice to meet you,
Theory,
buddy.
man.
And that
Season
says a
one.
lot because Head hates
I
everything.
hate
Oh,
everything.
really?
So
Yeah,
I'm
he
a
really
really big
does.
fan of Big Bang
Thank you
Theory.
so much for
And
saying
the
that.
show is really intellectually like stimulating. But I
Yeah.
want to know like who's who's the dumbest person on the show? Because everybody's smart on the show, but like
You are looking at him, my friend.
That's
like
the
in
same
real
answer.
life, you
I don't think that any of us are science. I mean, except for Maya Bialik, who actually is. She's a real scientist.
Yeah.
None of us, we remember this stuff and then the next day we forget it because it's so hard to memorize it all and know like what you're talking about because none of us talk like that. So I think everyone is smart in their own way.
And you
Like
guys have someone on
diplomatic
set
also.
trying to help you guys pronounce like certain
Yeah,
words.
we have a pronunciation guide. We actually have a real life scientist who does all of our science.
That's awesome.
And it's really fun. And that's what I love about the show, that the writers never dumbed it down for anyone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They celebrated these brilliant minds, and that's what the show's about. It's not about nerds, it's about brilliant minds.
And I think now too, like science is really cool. I mean, especially with like the movie The Martian, talking about like
Yeah.
life on Mars, not life on Mars, but like sending man up to Mars, and then your guys' show, it brings back like, hey, science could be cool.
Do you only know about as much as what your character knows that week or what's in that
Yes.
script? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not the Jeopardy guy where you could just go and it's like this.
It's so funny you bring that up. I was thinking about him. I wonder like if he is literally a walking encyclopedia or if he has the same thing. Like or that he just doesn't remember anything. Or just, like, so much. I was wondering, it'd be fun. We should have him come over and then
Who's
like
that?
quiz him. The Jeopardy guy.
you really come over and get him.
Yeah,
Man,
exactly.
but do you think that you could do a round of Jeopardy if it's not written? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm always good if I get one.
Yeah,
out of each
exactly.
Category.
And then
you
I'm
can't
like,
tell
I'm
me
so
nothing.
smart.
You
Yeah.
can't tell me nothing. You know,
Yeah.
and mine are usually like in the 200s. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Mine's always in like an entertainment category.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
I saw that in People magazine.
Yeah.
I know the answer to that.
Hello. Kunal, definitely want to thank you for coming in here, brother.
Thank you so
And
much
I'm
for
pretty
having
sure
me.
you'll leave out and realize you walked into the wrong show, but
Yeah.
you're so nice to sit down and interview with us anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You
No,
know?
I love your show. I listen to it a lot, so I'm a
Thank
big
you,
fan
my
as
brother.
well.
Oh, you stop that,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you.
Oh, here's
going,
your
keep
book,
going.
big boy.
Oh, here's my book.
yeah.
There it is.
And XL Live.
Oh my God, just happen to have it here.
Oh,
It's an author interview.
You know what, man? I would love for you to also read my journey. I'm
Yes,
going to
thank you
make
so much.
sure I read yours.
I'm gonna
Please,
start
man.
it tonight.
This is from me to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Best believe that all I need now is your
Beautiful
credit
gift.
card information.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, everyone in the world has it now, apparently. So.
The one thing between my book and your book is that I'm pretty sure yours will sell. You know what I'm
That is
saying?
not true at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the back.
Have you had a chance to read that?
See, you actually got real quotes from like Jay-Z and Will Smith
Yeah,
and like.
yeah. Well, you know what? You can put those on there without them
that's
really
so
knowing that.
cool.
those are on there. Jay-Z?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
know
got
what I'm
that.
saying?
Jay-Z. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I got that because my mom. Funny enough, my mom loves hip hop.
That's
And
dope.
and so she always calls him Jay-Z, and
I
she
love
calls 50 cent 50 pence.
Oh,
Isn't that
I love
so
it.
good? No, I literally we saw him at the Soho House one day, and then he was like, my mom was like nervous because she wanted to meet 50 pence, and I was like, I don't know how to make it. I was like, I don't know how to make like an introduction. I can't. It's funny. He walked past my wife, and he was like, dang.
No,
girl."
you
Oh
didn't.
no.
Yeah, and I was like, nice to meet you, sir.
you don't say anything to Brittany like
Not in
that.
Italy. That's
I was like, nice to
My
meet
mom
you,
loves
sir.
your work, Curtis. My mom loves your work.
He was really
So
good.
do your parents live out here now?
No, they live in India. They live in New
Okay.
Delhi. Yeah, so everyone, shout out to New Delhi right now.
Hello.
Shout out to my hood.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
New Delhi.
Son.
Except when you shout out, you go like, shout out to the 213 or shout out to the
Right.
310. If you do it for India, it'll be like, shout out to the 913 24, 17. You know, there's so many numbers because we have so many numbers.
He gave us a shout out. See, he hasn't forgot.
Yeah, and the shout out would be so long because phone numbers in India are so long.
Oh
So it would
my
be like
gosh.
shout out to the 0119197342215.
Be
You know.
like, oh my God, I won! And the Powerball. Good Lord. Man, Kunal, thank you for coming in. We had
Yes,
such a
thank
great
you.
time with you,
Likewise,
ladies
thank
and gentlemen. Big Bang Theory, 9th season.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Yes.
to you,
Thank
man.
you.
Syndication is always beautiful.
Thank
I'm
you.
not mad at you, brother. You work hard, but I guess you really don't have to work another day in your life.
Well, as long as I'm not foolish with my money.
There it
Yeah,
is.
Exactly. What's the most foolish thing you've done with your money?
Man, I just like to eat good food. Like that's what I spend all my money on is going out in restaurants because when I was a student, all I did was eat like 7-Eleven sushi.
Yeah.
And so now
That's
I'm
rough.
Yeah, your stomach can handle
I know
anything.
exactly, and so I was just like, if I ever am in a position to make money, I never want to look at what something costs on a menu, and so I know that's like reckless of me, but that's
Nah.
my
You
biggest
earned
sort
it,
of.
brother. You
that's
earned
my
it, man. I
biggest
think it's
thing.
only right we go to lunch with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Here
think
it
it's
is.
only right, man.
Chipotle on me.
No, we can get Chipotle ourselves. We
Yeah.
want
Can
something
they
that we
get that
want.
Take it to
guacamole?
Soho
We
House.
don't want to
Yeah,
know the prices.
take it to-
Yeah.
Then when 50 walk by, we
50.
introduce your mom to him.
Yeah, do you know 50? You
50
must know her, right?
I know 50 pence very well.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
know
Cool.
50
When
pence.
my mom comes, I'll shoot you a text. And
Please
we'll-
do.
Yeah,
Please do.
We'll hang out.
I get it right to him.
Yeah,
Best believe that.
exactly.
Kunal, thank you for coming in, man. Beautiful day up in here, big boy.
Big boy.
Thank you.